Vesper by Sampson. I actually just got this. I got this sent to me by Harper Teen. I didn't really ask for it, but they got it sent to me, and so thank you, Harper Teen. I already thanked you in the Goodreads review, but I'm gonna thank you again. For me, this book was very much a mixed bag. It's about Emily Webb. She's basically like this geek chick, and she's basically going through this whole Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing, where daytime or whatever, she'll be like, you know, oh, I'm Emily Webb, I'm normal and I'm awkward and I don't really get it. But at night, she'll be like, oh my god, I'm so effing awesome. And I make it sound like really bad when I say it like that, but that's kind of how it is. And for me, this book was really, really dry for like half. Like half of this book, and a lot of things that happened in this book really, really frustrated me because it was kind of like it's very much cliche in the way it started off. But then when it started getting interesting and you find out what actually happened to Emily, I was kind of like, okay, we can work with this. It's told through like first person, but also there are these little scenes where yeah, there'll be like a little documentation of interviews of what's going on. Sorry. Play. This is what happens when you live by JFK. So the book is mainly told in first person, but it's told through like regular first person and also by like these kind of like crime scene interviews, you know, and you really don't know what the hell a Vesper is until you get into the middle of it and you start reading the interviews. It's really one of those books where you have to like grit through it. Like even when Wildfire, while the beginning of it was kind of like, you know, kind of slow, it was still kind of interesting seeing Ash's life. She was an interesting character. The beginning of this is very much cliche, and it feels like it's a very stone-hard, like, oh, yeah, da, da. Plus, her best friend was a complete and utter, like, I hate her so much. I don't even remember her best friend's name. Wait, let me just see if I can see. Megan. Yeah. Megan. Hated Megan. Such a snob. She's one of those chicks who hates the popular people, but because they're bitches, but she's as much of a bitch as the popular people, so it's like, you just hate on yourself. So, this book, it was good, but not great enough that I felt like for as much of it was kind of like really mediocre, there wasn't enough of it to be amazing, super duper amazing, to make up for it. Like, there's an interesting whole thing where you find out what she really is. I don't want to spoil it. What she really is, and like what's her connection to other people, and what the Vespers are. Like, that's really cool. But it happens after so much kind of weeding through the bushes, something interesting to happen that I really could not find myself kind of like, this is great. It was kind of like, this is good. It was good. Meh. Like, this would be a proper term to say. Meh. It was average. It was an average rated. I give it 3 stars because I think it does have a lot of good points towards the end, but not enough to be like 3.5, because 3.5 and 3 are really different for me. 3 is like your average. You didn't do anything special, and you just kind of dragged on. 3.5 to me means you were so close to being really awesome. Like, amazing is 5. Really awesome is 4. You were so close to being really awesome, but you had a few things that held you back. 3 is just average. This was okay. I recommend to, you know, library it, borrow it first, and see if you like it enough to buy it, and to get the sequels. Because I feel like I like this book enough that I would try out a sequel to see like how it improves and before I buy it. But, you know, it had a lot of pros to it, but the cons are kind of like, it's like pros, cons. And it's mainly because the beginning of it was kind of dragging on for a while. So, 3 out of 5.